really sad to be alone. Help me make it through the night. I don't want to be alone. Help me make it through the night.
You guys tried to scare him in the elevator? What the hell was that, man?
Scared the piss out of you, man. That worked.
I don't think it really worked, man.
Oh, it definitely got a reaction out of you.
Yeah. It did. It was a ninja stance, man. I was ready for battle, dude.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
Thank you.
He was ready. Look, this is the worst ninja stance I've ever seen.
That's bullshit, dude. I was like, I was in a mode, bro. I was ready to throw down, man.
He put his hand over
did
his...
like back up like 2 feet to get like good pouncing range.
Thank you, Danny B.
What
Thank
he
you for
did,
noticing.
he put his hand over his groin.
That's true.
That's what he values.
That's coming from the guy that's got 2 bad eyes, and he was able to see that, Jay. So you want to talk some shit, you can. Bring him on live right now. Larry, are you there?
I think I am.
You think you are? All right. We hear you loud and clear, my friend. How are you?
To the best of my knowledge, I'm okay.
Man, hey, I just want to, right off the bat, just tell you.
I took the physical before the call, and I passed, and they said I could do the call.
Well, I appreciate that. You must have some good doctors because, I wish that...
They're right here in case anything happens. I have emergency treatment immediately. Resuscitation always helps.
Yeah. Well, listen, you are live in studio. We've got our executive producer, Jaybird, sitting in front of me. Of course, I'm Kevin Hawley, the host, and we've got Pops here. Pops is an 82-year-old war veteran. That is our one of our co-hosts. And we also have Danny B sitting in, who's also a war veteran. He's a lot younger. He's in his 20s. But welcome to the show, Larry. We're really excited to talk to you.
I'm a peace veteran.
A peace veteran. Very nice. All right.
Yeah. I was in the Army twice, but there was no war going on at the time.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So that's the best time to be in the Army.
Yeah, you got that right.
Right.
I was very heroic, and I actually saved the life of the chef in the KP duty that one day. I was in there washing dishes, and I noticed the big metal trays up on the shelf were sliding forward, and the chef was right underneath him. He was the mess sergeant, so I rushed across and pushed him out of the way and saved him. And after that, I ate like a king. Never did a bit of work again in the KP. I just sat there and was fed. I must have put on 12 pounds. They lavished the food on me, and I never had to get up and do a damn thing. It was wonderful. So I didn't get a medal for it, but it was a marvelously heroic moment in my life. It's probably the highlight of my entire military experience.
That's awesome. Well, thank you for your service.
I would do it. It happened in Fort Dix, New Jersey.
Nice.
That is amazing. Well, listen, we were just speaking about you earlier this afternoon, and I was going through your filmography, and you have directed some very, very cool movies that I remember growing up. Anybody that lived through the 80s like I did has probably enjoyed a lot of your movies. Some of my favorites would be It's Alive. My fiance loved that movie. She's in her 40s like I am.
I'd watch out for her if I were you. If she liked that picture, but you may not be able to trust this woman.
Why do you say that? I mean, come on, that was a good movie.
Come on, that's actually the biggest audience for that movie were teenage females.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
For some reason they were into this whole idea of a monster baby.
Yeah, she actually said that. She's like, I remember the little baby's claw, something like that. Anyway.
That was the signature in the ad campaign.
Right.
A crib, and you think it was a commercial TV spot for a baby product, and then they play a little nursery rhyme, and the camera moves around the crib, and as you get closer, this claw comes out from under the covers, and you see it's some kind of a monstrosity in there, and that was the whole ad campaign, and it sold millions of dollars worth of tickets.
That's pretty awesome. Well, of all these movies that you've directed and produced, is there any personal favorite of yours? Is there anything that's like a trophy for you?
Oh, anyone that you say you like is my favorite.
There you go. That's a good answer.
I'm just so easily seduced by compliments and stuff like that. I mean, anybody that comes up to me and asks me to sign something, even if I didn't do that movie, I sign it. I don't.
That's
I
awesome.
take credit for any picture. Do you like Jaws? Okay, I'll sign something that says Jaws. I don't care.
That's amazing.
Kevin does that all the time at recordings we do. It's like
It's pretty sad, yeah.
Yeah.
I do.
It's like people don't ask him for an autograph. He's like, "Hey, would you like my autograph? I'm part of the Kevin Holly show." So
yeah, I drop that all the time, Larry. I say, "Do you know who I am?"
It always comes up in a conversation. You know, it does. Very often people ask me, "Have you ever been on the Kevin Holly show?" and I always say, "What's that?"
So, I guess this isn't the time for me to ask you to lay out a bumper for us then.
No, I mean, you know, what can I tell you? People ask what's your favorite movie you did. It's like asking what's your favorite child that you have. You know, if you have kids, and you know you don't have any. So what are you going to say?
I'm just kind of curious. I know that you have written, produced, and everything, but you acted in a movie. And I believe it was with Dan Aykroyd, Private Spies.
What
was it?
It was a picture that John Landis directed, Spies Like Us.
Spies Like Us. I know.
And B.B. King and I played Secret Service agents.
Yeah.
And the Cohen brothers were in it too. They played Secret Service agents. And we only worked one day. It was a whole bunch of directors. And we were asked if we would be in the picture as a kind of a gag. So we went off and we shot the scene, and it was very brief. I don't think it had more than a couple of lines of dialogue, but I still get residual payments for it.
Nice.
And an Oscar nomination for Best Supporting Actor for one line of dialogue. You know.
Don't you have one coming out in Blu-ray?
Yeah, hey, Larry, first of all, Jay was being facetious about Spies Like Us. We loved that movie growing up. Everybody knows that movie. Anybody that was a teenager in the 80s knows that movie. It was awesome. But listen, Pops just brought up a point here. Don't you have something that just came out on Blu-ray or is about to come out on Blu-ray?
Yeah, Blu-ray has just released a beautiful copy of the picture called The Stuff, which I made, and which is a very good film and a very cogent motion picture for today, because there's so much going on in terms of exposing the pollutants that various manufacturers have put into their products, and people drinking poison water in their communities, and people putting out automobiles that have defects that kill people, and they know it, and they still don't do anything to fix the error in the manufacture. There's so many things where American industry and foreign industry conspire to withhold information and let people die. And sometimes they have deliberately put out products that they know are harmful and get away with it for 10 or 20 years before they finally get this. And what happens to them? They get fined, and nobody goes to jail. So, I mean, that's really why I made the picture, The Stuff, because I was so sick of the cigarette companies going before Congress and telling them that they don't have any evidence that cigarettes cause any kind of illness, and when they had all kinds of reports to the contrary, and they lied.
Yeah.
They went in there, took the oath, and just lied. And so I thought, well, here's a picture about a product that's on the market that basically eats you from the inside.
Right? It's like a yogurt product, right? Isn't it like a...
It was an ice cream yogurt product that has no calories and has supposedly tremendous nourishing values, and becomes addictive very quickly. And pretty soon you don't want to eat anything else. And we made up TV spots and commercials and all kinds of materials to back up the existence of this product. And I know if we had advertised it for a few weeks before the picture opened, without telling anybody that it was a movie, that everybody would be going to their grocery store trying to buy the product. The commercials we did were so convincing and so attractive, and what we should have done is advertised it for a few weeks and then put out a final TV spot that revealed that really was a movie.
Right.
And but of course that's something revolutionary, something different, and it's very hard to get any movie company or anybody to do anything different. Everybody just wants to do the same thing they did before and then go home at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
And so when no matter how good a movie you make, you don't really control how it's advertised when the picture finally comes out. But the picture has had a history of entertaining people for, I guess, over 20 years and built up an audience. So now with this new DVD that's come out, quality Blu-ray, everybody's talking about the film and how good it is and how beautiful it looks and how what it says is important. But it's all done in the entertaining way of suspense and humor and wonderful acting, good special effects. So it's really a worthwhile picture to see the stuff.
Agreed. And, speaking of famous actors and actresses in that movie, if I'm not mistaken, one Laureen Landon was in that movie, right?
She's been in a lot of my movies.
I noticed.
She's had larger parts in The Jury and in Island of the Alive and Wicked Stepmother and other pictures. And then Laureen and I sat down and came up with a comic book character. And we created a new comic book that is now available on the internet. If you want to buy it, you have to send $50 for the initial copy, autographed, and you get a brand new comic book character in the origin story, and it's beautiful, slick paper and a collector's item, really. So it's called Praying Mantis. That's the name of the character. Beautifully illustrated, very, very good opening episode. And this comic book is available, but you have to send $50 in. And I just couldn't remember where to send it. I think you send it to Laureen Landon. Where do you send it?
I'm not sure. You could probably find Laureen Landon on Facebook or on Twitter. I know that for sure.
Hold on a second and I'll ask her. Hold on.
Okay. Is she there right now?
Hey, you here?
Laureen! Oh, that's amazing, dude. Is she there? Holy crap. Dude, I hope Laureen Landon is actually there. That'd be so cool. All right, so again, we're talking to Larry Cohen, famous movie and film producer, screenwriter, currently living in L.A. I believe he's about 70 years old now.
I hope you put a commercial on while I did that.
I was just telling everybody who we're talking to. Welcome back, Larry.
Would you talk to each other?
No, I just talked to the audience.
I hope you didn't have Dead Space all that time.
No, that Dead Space sounds like a good title for a horror movie, though.
Dead Space sounds like a very good title for my next picture.
Yeah, it could be about our show.
It's about a radio talk show where people are murdered while they're being interviewed.
Oh my God, dude.
Isn't that a great idea?
Yeah, I guess. I'm in, sure, why
not? The show host is starting to think maybe something's the matter with him because all his interviewees are getting murdered while they're on the air.
Dude, please don't get murdered while you're on the air with us.
That reminds me of... That sounds like...
If you want this comic book, Praying Mantis, you have to contact Laureen Landon, LaureneLandon.biz, LaureneLandon.biz.
There you go.
And it's going to cost $50. And we include postage in that, and we send it to you. So
we're gonna have to get a copy of that.
I think it'll be a collector's item. I know when I go to these autograph shows, we've been selling these stuff cups, which were the original cups from the movie The Stuff, in which the deadly device was supposedly distributed. It looks like a beautiful cup that you might see on the shelf in a grocery store or supermarket, and these cups we sell these at these autograph shows also for $50. So, I mean, and people buy them. They line up around the block to buy these damn things. I'm lucky. I ended up with a few thousand of these cups when the picture was over, and I didn't throw them away.
Nice.
I stored them away, figuring maybe someday people would go crazy over this movie.
You know, it's amazing that you say that because you've had so much success with so many different films that I couldn't even begin to list them all right now on the show.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh man,
I'll take it.
Give me a couple in that I forgot.
I'll take a shot at it. Do you want to go back to 1966 with the Blue Light TV series?